If I lost my event venue tomorrow and had to start over from scratch, I wouldn't buy more tables. I wouldn't spend thousands on ads, and definitely wouldn't hire more employees. I automate these systems first because the difference between a venue that owns you and a venue that pays you is a system that runs behind the scenes. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact automation roadmap that I built to save time, follow up with every lead, and book more events without adding more work to your day. Let's check out the video. All right, so we're going to get right into it. If I hadn't started an event with you today, this is the exact system, the exact model that I'll be utilizing in order to run that event venue. So getting right into it, let's see. The biggest mistake venue owners make. Most venue owners don't have a marketing problem. They have a systems problem. We talk to venue owners every single week. And the biggest thing that they say is, Charles, I just need more leads. If I have more leads, my business would take off. And as that may be true, as you may need more leads, the money is in the follow-up. So if you don't have an effective process to follow up with those leads, an effective process that your team can follow up with those leads, then it's not that you need more leads, it's that you need a better effective system to follow up with the leads that you already have. Because the question becomes, how many leads are you converting into your next step? From lead coming in to booking the tour to people showing up to closing the deal. And we'll get a little bit more in that in this video, but those are the questions that you have to ask yourself in order to understand your numbers. So responding to inquiries, is that automated? Right? Following up, collecting payments, scheduling tours, sending out contracts. These are the 5 major things that we go over every single week to ensure that you're running a business that you control and not a business that controls you. It's the result: more work, more stress, more lost bookings. So, my automation philosophy, we've been in the business for several years. We have a lot of experience when it comes to building out venues. And essentially, this is the automation philosophy that we've been honing in on and that's been showing us the most success, right? But in each category, there's a subcategory within this, and I have other videos that talk about this on the page. And simply enough, you have to make sure that you have a process to take someone from the most unaware client to the most aware client, and now they're actually raving fans. So don't automate everything, automate the path to revenue. Okay. So lead. When a lead comes in, we capture interested prospects, right? How are we doing that? On our website, do we actually have a form, a call to action? Are we utilizing direct response principles? And what direct response principles are is ensuring that you have an offer that someone is actually interested in. Or are we just showing our beautiful event venue without someone being able to contact you, right? Are we collecting phone numbers, emails, names, first and last names, right? Event date, guest count. When are you expected to book the actual event, right? Are we getting this information, or are we just showing people a beautiful space that they can potentially have, but they have to navigate all around your page to to essentially find you, right? To get in contact with you. Now, when a lead comes in, how are we converting that lead to a tour, right? It's important that when we do book tours, that we're sending out automations that help them remember when their event date is, excuse me, when their book tour is, and different automations to ensure that they have you top of mind. Because as you know, right, as people that buy things, we get extremely busy. We set an appointment last week, we forgot about it with the kids and the family and the job and all these different things that can slow us down when it comes to, right, booking that event venue or doing the thing that we said we were going to do last week. So we have to make sure we have a process in place that keeps you top of mind, right? What our process looks like is we have a team of virtual assistants that will follow up with people that book tours at our space to ensure that our show rate is high, to ensure that they come to the tour, right? Get them excited about coming to the tour. And even we have a process to where we will try to close them on the phone. And that's a whole nother video, but there's a way to go about this to make sure that these people show up. From them showing up, how do we secure the date? How are we getting the booking? Are we just saying, hey, I'm going to send you over the proposal and send you the information? Or when people come to your space, are they there for hours, right? These people aren't buying a car, right? You know, if you bought a car out there, that takes hours, right? You might as well just set your day aside to buy a vehicle because that process can take hours. So we want to make sure we're efficient with their time and when they're ready to book. Hey, whether we have a card processor, whether we have an automation already set up to where we know our packages and we can send it to them directly and they can sign the contract, upload their ID, make the payment, have the payment schedule automated, right? So we can take automated payments, right? I'm passionate when it comes to this stuff because event venue owners lose so much money when it comes to the phase of someone coming to see their space to them leaving, right? You probably got in this business because you were passionate about helping people. You love decor. You were an event planner before, you a balloon artist before, and you just said to yourself that I want to get inside the event venue business. And now that you're in the event venue business, you're so consumed with the implementation and the beautiful design, and that's okay, right? But we have to get to a point where we're asking people for the business. We are ensuring that when someone's ready to buy, that we can allow them to buy, right? And so when someone books, I got into this a little bit, the payment process, right? How are we collecting payments, right? Are we putting people on a monthly payment schedule? Are we utilizing platforms like Klarna, Afterpay? Are we taking cash? Like, how do you operate your business to ensure that you're collecting the money that's coming in? I read this book once before and it was talking about how cash flow is the life of your business, right? Is the blood of your business. And if you don't have any oxygen, if you don't have any cash flow coming in, it's going to be an issue when that notice comes to your door and now they're looking to close you down because you're not paying your rent payments. So we want to make sure we don't get to that point and have a process in place to where we can take automated payments or have a schedule to where they know exactly, the client knows exactly when that payment schedule will be. And we'll talk a little bit more about softwares that you can utilize later on in the video, so stay tuned for that. And then the event execution. This is the bread and butter. This is probably something that you're great at. In everything that I just talked about, you're probably the most fantastic at this element. So if anything, I won't touch bases on that too much, but let's just make sure that we're being efficient with this phase, with sending out forms to prepare for their event, whether that's the event planner that you have, whether that's you doing it. Let's just make sure we have some type of form to ensure that what we're going to be providing for the event is provided and they understand what they're looking for. Okay. So capture every lead. This is the first thing I will automate. We will want to make sure that we understand our attribution. And what attribution is just where the leads are coming from. So you can be running Meta ads, Google ads, phone, Google, wherever they're coming from, nothing gets forgotten. We want to make sure that it's coming inside of one platform. When leads come in, it goes inside of one platform that we can document because we don't want to be making decisions off of emotion. We want to base decisions off of data. And how we do that is making sure that we have a system in place. So when leads come in, we know exactly where they're coming from and we can utilize some of our capital to invest in that a little bit more, right? The second phase is automate the follow up. Speed wins bookings. You may be saying to yourself, Charles, I have the best venue in wherever I'm at, and people love my venue. I have 5-star reviews, and I have raving fans, and I don't have to worry about follow up, right? Because if I build it, people will come, right? But believe it or not, people aren't just looking at your venue, they're looking at other venues as well. So we want to make sure that when people reach out to us, we have a system in place that sends out text messages, emails. If you have virtual assistants, making sure your team calls them because we want to respond to them within minutes. It's statistically known if you respond to a lead within 5 minutes of them inquiring, they're more um, prone to you know um, go with your business other over other businesses that don't respond. One thing that a little insider secret, one thing that our team does, we reach out to other venues, right? And to see what their process looks like, to see if they gather phone numbers, emails, whatever the case may be, just to get an idea about how they operate their business. And a lot of the times, I'll be honest, when I call these different venues, a lot of them don't answer, right? When I call these different venues, they don't collect my name, phone number, email. They just leave it to the wayside. So the person that's probably watching this video right now, you're probably an event venue owner. You are probably the boss of your business, right? And you want to make sure that your team is being effective on the phones. So I have I have a script that we utilize that I can give you as well too. And so if you're looking for that, I can also send that. Phase three, automate the sale from proposal to contract to deposits being collected and confirmation. You want this send this automatically, no paperwork needed, no back and forth. Quick story. I had an event venue owner that we were working with, and her biggest thing was, hey Charles, I've been using Google Sheets for years, right? And she was so overwhelmed. Her space was beautiful. She had raving reviews. Um, and she felt as though she was getting burnt out because she executed some events that actually didn't pay the full invoice because she didn't have a tracking process in place to know exactly where they're at in the payment schedule. So we talked to her, we helped her out, we implemented the system, and now she's able to walk away from Google Sheets and use a system that's more effective so she can get her time back and ensure that, again, she has cash flow in her business. So that's phase three. Moving along in phase four, automate operations. Before every event, your system ensures everyone knows exactly what to do without you coordinating a single thing. As we said earlier, payment reminders, event checklists, team notifications, customer reminders on exactly what's going on. And this is the bread and butter. This is that wow moment that someone says, I will do business with them again. And so you probably already have this fine tuned. You know how to execute an event. You're great with decor. So again, I won't even touch bases on this too much, but let's make sure we have processes in place to make sure that our team knows exactly how to execute the event if you're not there. And last but not least, automate repeat business. It costs more to a business to acquire new customer than to retain an old customer. So one customer should create multiple future business. You want review requests sent automatically post event. Reviews are sent out, or text messages are sent out to gather reviews. Photo requests, build social proof. If you have a photo booth inside of your business, if you have some way to capture like photo, if you have like that inside your package, we can utilize those photos, post it on your social media platforms just to build social proof that people are utilizing your space. Referral requests, you can make a referral program to when people refer out, you're sending them $100 Visa gift cards or $100, $250 credits off of their next event. And then anniversary emails, re-engage at the right moment. And I don't have this on the form, but one thing we've implemented that show incremental and set about a 5 to 10 conversion of people utilizing our space again is when people, hold on, come a little closer. When you book an event, you want to gather their ID, upload that to whatever platform that you'll be utilizing, and you want to take their birthday, put that in the system. So every single time you'll keep gathering and gathering through the years a long list of people who's done business with you and their birthdays, and you want to send out, hey, just wishing you a happy birthday from ABC event venue. Hope you have an amazing day. And by the way, if you are ever looking for an event space in the future, here's a $500 off credit towards any package that we may be having or any promotion that we may be running. And you just want to send that out, and you'll and you'll find that people really appreciate that, right? You want to be different. You want to take different things from different business models and implement that inside of your business. How do you feel when it's your birthday and different companies are sending you things and giving you offers, right? We want to do that inside of the event venue space. All right. The tools I'd use: simple, connected, and scalable. These are some of the tools that we utilize inside of our space now, and something I would definitely recommend if you're an event venue owner. That first one is Go High Level. It's a CRM, your command center. All of your information, all of your names, phone numbers, emails, data will be hosted inside of the CRM Airtable. I utilize this more so for the database. It tracks everything. It's another, I would say, brain to Go High Level, and I have our virtual assistants on this as well too. I'll have another video that talks about this a little bit more. Our Google Calendar scheduling, no double bookings. So we want to make sure that we don't have double bookings. That's pretty straightforward. Chat GPT, if you're not privy to AI, you can allow that to answer every single inquiry that comes in and have genuine conversations with that person. Stripe, utilizing that to collect payments automatically and make.com. Another platform that we utilize that creates some of our automations out apart from Go High Level. You may see other people utilizing the CRM, but the best part is that when you connect it with other tools, it just enhances what you have going on. So this is the exact tool set that I would use if I was starting an event venue again. So if I could automate one single thing, it wouldn't be ads, it wouldn't be social media, it would be follow up. Most venues lose money not for a lack of leads, but from failing to consistently follow up with the leads they already paid to generate. As you're waiting and as you're waiting to gather these leads, and when leads come in, and at the end of the month, you're saying to yourself, man, if I just had a few more leads. But you should be asking yourself, man, if I just followed up with the leads that I already have, I can probably generate more business. So automate that follow up. The money is in the follow up. Build systems, not more work. Automate the customer journey, then scale. The goal is simple: a venue that runs on systems, not constant manual effort. The method: capture every lead, follow up instantly, close automatically, operate seamlessly, repeatable on a repeat process. The work you do once on your system pays you every time a booking comes in without you lifting a finger. Here's the truth: automation isn't about replacing people, it's about replacing repetitive tasks. So if you can focus on growing your business, every manual process you automate saves time, creates a better customer experience, and helps ensure no lead slips through the cracks. Hey, we talk about this every single week inside of our community. Feel free to book a call with our team if you want to apply to work with us, because I'm telling you, with this industry evolving and how different softwares, AI, just all these things coming out, you want to make sure that you stay knowledgeable on how to effectively help your client. So in the meantime, in between time, I will see you on the next video. And remember, build systems, not more work. See you soon.